So it is June 28th, and I'm catching up on a few things because we've done some stuff over the last month, I guess, that I wanted to update you on. So we had our wonderful contractor out a month ago. I think at this point, yeah, it's been a month now or so, 3 weeks, to do just a few last minute things that we didn't want to do in this space ourselves. So I'm going to show you what some of that is right now. First one is the bay window here is covered now with wood because it was just plywood, I believe, at first. And he actually put in this flooring to match the angles of the wall behind me. So we got a little bit of matchy-matchy happening. And I just stained it yesterday to kind of match. It's not like perfect with the colors, but it's close enough. It's gonna have my cushion on it most of the time anyway, unless I have shows or I wanna have more space to display some art. Then he put in this wonderful track light here, which has been a dream come true. I love track lights. I've always liked track lights because they just remind me of an art gallery, art studio. So you can see how they really light up that wall. And they're super easy to adjust. The angle is very dramatic. So yes, I love these. It just brightens up the room so much. He did a few things like he put trim along the bottom of the room here, as well as this wood one, which I stained yesterday as well. And then kind of fixed this sort of door. There was sort of a gap here that I could feel like outside draft coming in, and so he put that in. I didn't need to paint it the exact white of the room. It's a little bit off-white. Cool white. My dad made this awesome threshold, which works really good. I probably wouldn't have to stain it. I just didn't stain it yesterday to match, but that looks really good. I don't know if I've painted this door or not. It looks a little bit off, but it's not too bad. It's a new door. And then I don't remember if I mentioned that, I did stain all the windowsills to also match the wall. Obviously the tile is done and it looks good, and we still need to clean it maybe one more time. I didn't realize that after you grout, you know, there's this residue that's just left on the tile, and it's really hard to get off, like really hard. So, I mean, we've washed it twice already, 2-3 times already, and it still has sort of a chalky look to it. But anyway, that's kind of the stuff that, oh, no, one last thing is the hanging system. So my husband and I actually installed this. Look at how sleek that is. So it's on this wall, and it's also on this wall. And how it works is you take one of these wire, nylon thread things that it comes with, has a little hook on the top, and this gets slid in. I've got a little cap on this side. Take the cap off. This just slides in, I think this direction. Nope, this direction, there we go. That direction. And then you put a little clip. It's a bunch of these little clips that look like this, or hooks, I should say. They're hooks. If you're interested in this system at all, I can be sure to put that in the description below. But you string that on. One moment. String it on to the nylon thread like that. And then you just hang a painting right on it. So it's a lot of galleries will use this system just so that they're not puncturing like holes in their walls constantly. You can put 2 nylon threads with 1 hook or 2 hooks. There's a lot of ways to do it. Obviously more paintings on one works out really good. It might be something that, you need a little bit of tacky to kind of keep close to the wall, but it works good and I don't have to ruin my walls when hanging art. So especially this wall, which I didn't really want to be putting holes into anyway. And with every show and displaying of art and art up and down on the walls, I didn't want holes everywhere. So that was really slick to install, like really slick. Even on this wall that was a little bit warpy with all the wood that was bumpy and stuff. So, I think that's it. I mean, really this space, the only thing I need to do right now is, I want to polyurethane the windowsills and the bay window seat so that those are more protected. And then clean this floor again. And then I'm really just like prepping for a studio show that I'm having next weekend. So like literally guys, we can call this space done. I'm gonna get a really nice rug for this corner, which will be kind of my painting corner. And right now I'm also gonna be installing some of that stuff in the bathroom that I had mentioned a while ago. Just some of the things to make sure it's working and usable. But that's kind of it. So we'll keep you posted. You can see some of the last minute touches coming together. But it has been a journey and I'm excited to see sort of just the glamorous finished product as soon as we finish these little things. All right, bye. Today is dumpster filling day and getting rid of stuff in the garage. Hey guys, so as you just saw, you got sort of a full tour of the studio right before my very first show, which basically means that it's done. Like, we finished it, it's done. I'm sitting in my studio right now with paintings on the wall and an easel set up. My paint's out, ready to paint. It's clean, it's organized. It's done. Like, it's actually done. And I'm gonna sit here and start my very first painting in this space, which just feels kind of surreal. And yeah, this is gonna be my space to work. And one thing that I realized when we moved into this house about 2 years ago is that it's been kind of the place I've lived that I haven't had a set spot to work in, if that makes sense. Whereas like when I lived at home with my parents, I had like a corner in the living room, and then I had my bedroom, and then I moved out and I had my own studio space in sort of a rented office building, and then I had a studio space like in an extra bedroom in our smaller house. And so then moving here and then having a baby and like all this stuff happening, it was like I just didn't have that spot really. And it didn't stop me from painting. I still painted probably majority of these things at the dining room table, but it did mean that I had to like clean it up and put it away, which I've never really had to do before. And here we are in my own personal studio space that I get to leave supplies out, make a mess, and it's such a dream come true. You know, a lot of hard-earned money went into this project. I think overall it went faster than we were expecting, at least that I was expecting. So it's about a year and a half worth of time gone into making this, from the sewer line, digging that, to having my first show. So, you know, thinking back to that first day when we saw the house, bought the house, and said these spaces are perfect, to now, it's just like, oh my gosh. It's crazy. So I have another show coming up in a week to show off this space, but this last Saturday was just a blast to have friends and family and people that have known me throughout the journey of teaching art and painting and all that come and leave nice words in my guest book and say hi and see the new space. And I was inspired by past, present, and future students and friends and people that were just inspired by my space and then telling what projects they were working on. So it was just really, it's been great. It's been, again, very surreal. So is it actually done? Is there anything left? The only thing I can think of, and again, they weren't super important for the show, I will get them up probably in the next few weeks, is bought a little vanity thing for the bathroom, little mirror, you know, medicine cabinet type thing that we just didn't have the right screws for to put into the wall, so we didn't put that up yet. I haven't painted the little square things in the bathroom ceiling that cover some electrical wires, so that could happen. But other than that, everything is done. The garage is cleaned out. We used the garage for the show. It was a very hot day, so we were thankful for the shade and that extra space to sit and hang out in. I don't know what else to say, but it's basically done. So I think this wraps up this series of renovation studio, or what am I calling it? Art studio renovation spaces. I think this is gonna be the last video in that series, just because we are done with the space. However, I would like to do a sort of studio tour of where I've put things, where I store things, what are some of those last minute things that I bought to spruce up the place before kind of working and moving into it. So I'll do probably a video like that in the coming months. I was actually in here the other night prepping for the show, so, you know, putting paintings up and that type of thing, and I just teared up. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true, and here it is happening, and I haven't put on a show in a while, and to be able to put it on in my space that's fully paid for and finished, and I don't have to pay rent. I was just so I was so thrilled, and it's turned out beautifully, and I can't wait to work out here. So that was touching to just see the progress we've made, see the dreams come true. On another note, I wanted to also just mention that, you know, everyone's got their creative spaces that they work in. And while this is a dream come true for me, you know, many years I worked at a dining room table. Many years I worked at, in, you know, a spare bedroom, in spaces that I had to clean up, in spaces, you know, whatever. And so you have to make your space work for you. You have to just work with what you have and keep creating, not letting it stop you. That was one thing I really was working on when I didn't have this space, when we were working on this space and I knew I was gonna get this space, not procrastinating and not saying, hey, I'm gonna just not paint until I have the exact location I wanna paint. Because if you say that about anything and everything, you're never gonna paint. So, good reminder to you that whatever space you have, do what you need to do to spruce it up, to make it inspiring again. You know, organize, clean, put up some art, repaint the walls, buy a new easel, buy a new rug, you know, do something that's going to spruce it up and give you a little bit of inspiration to work in that space and create some new things. But you can use whatever space you have, whatever space you're given, and I'm speaking from experience. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of this journey. Thanks for supporting me and being there and watching these videos. It really helps when you watch and you like and subscribe and you tell others about it. And I will be, now that I have a set space again for filming, for painting, for teaching, I'm hoping to get back into that, hopefully into full swing in the coming year. I do have a baby on the way, so that's going to delay things a little bit, but that's okay. We've got the studio set up. We are ready for the future, basically, and excited to see what that brings. So thanks again, guys. Please like and subscribe to, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video, and share this with anybody that you think would be interested in like the process of stuff, of building this whole thing, renovating it. And because people would find that probably interesting, the order of operations, how things happened, what things changed along the way with our vision and dreams and all that. So yes, there you go. Anyway, I will sign off. Bye.